to get your opinion. Pitching is disgusting again. 7-game slate on FanDuel. You got Barrios versus the Angels, who've been hitting better.
Well, we'll get into it. Let's just fly into it. I haven't even looked at any matchup. That's how I always do it.
All right, fuck it.
All right.
I'll rock.
Yeah, just rock it. You got it.
You keeping the same intros we did before, huh?
Yeah, I'll have, let's see, what's a question I can ask you? I'll surprise you with the question.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Jeremy, hold on. All right,
Yeah.
Give me a minute.
Let me know. Yeah, no rush.
Jeremy.
You good?
Yep.
All right. Cool.
You hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Jeremy, you hear me or not?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
You hear me or not?
I hear you. Yeah, I hear you.
Nice. I'm got a baby sleeping upstairs. Couldn't figure this out. Somehow, hold on a second. Talk again?
Mic check.
Alright. How do I turn off your sound on my computer but not overall?
It's okay. It's still gonna come out fine. If you're worried about the quality coming back and forth.
Hold on. I'm trying to fix it out. Is there a way to turn you off of my actual computer without turning you off?
I don't think so. Yeah, because you'd have to mute. The only thing you could do is plug it in if you wanted to plug in like a headset.
No, I have headphones on, but somehow it's still playing through my laptop too.
Oh. I don't know what to tell you.
Trying to figure out what I can do to start this right now. Hold on a second.
Okay.
My wife is freaking out because the baby's sleeping. I talk too loud.
I'm cool doing this solo if you want me to do it solo tonight.
No. I want to try to make this work. I'm just going to try to figure out a way.
Oh, let me grab a notebook really quick.
You do it good. You do it good right real quick.
All right, I'm ready when you are. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. It's only a 6-game slate, by the way. The Yankee game's not part of the main slate.
It's on FanDuel, isn't it?
No, it's not on FanDuel on the main slate.
Hold on, let me check that. That's what it was.
I'm looking at it, but that's cool. Probably for the best, because I would have just been a home run derby. And if you don't have the right players in that game, you're starting in a pretty bad deficit.
No, you're right. So, I'm trying to figure out this fucking laptop situation here. So weird, I can't mute my laptop speakers at the same time be able to talk to you.
Is it just distracting you? Is that your only concern?
What's up?
Is it distracting you? Is that your concern?
No, because to hear you in my headphones, I'm gonna turn the volume up on the computer, but it's also playing out through my computer and my speakers, and my headphones.
I mean, we can just bat around it, just fight it off.
Well, let's just try to do it, whatever, man.
Okay, so we're good? Green light? Swing for the fence?
That's good.
All right, let's do it. Okay, hit start recording here. Let me make sure it's going. Okay, it's going. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's the Win Daily DFS podcast. I'm your host, Muntradamus. We'll be joined by Jason Mezarahi in a little bit. A little drip drop update. There is no weather to be concerned about for Monday's slate, so all bats are forward. And with that, let me bring on our co-host tonight. He has won the big prize, the six-figure prize, not once, but twice. He is the author of Win Daily, Winning Daily Fantasy Sports and Life. It's Jason Mezarahi. What's that? I can barely hear you. Barely. It's very faint. It's almost like you're using the computer as your mic, not an external mic. Still pretty faint. Want to just do it on that app on Anchor? You want to do the phone call that way? Is that easier? Yeah, you sound further away than you did before.
You go anyway.
Can you hear? I see that you just typed. I don't know. Yeah.
You know any way to do that or not?
No idea. Only thing I can think of is plugging in the headset to the computer.
Actually, no, it's not.
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's just not deep.
hear me now? Yeah.
I can hear you, but it's not going to come out very good. The quality sounds very soft.
Yeah, let me call you back myself on a few seconds, huh?
Okay. Good. How are you doing? Everything's great. How was your little road trip? Okay. Very cool. Yeah, I'm in LA now. Yeah. I do like that. I used to they're good. Everything's good. Yeah, they survived China. Nothing bad happened. Yeah. I've been thinking about wow, and I'm pumped. I'm honestly, I want to take this to like the new age music as far as like really getting it happening. Yeah, let's do it. I really like, but I'm definitely imagining like getting in the mindset to just take it to another level, like the highest I can go. I'm really excited. I mentioned it that you, yeah, very excited. Very excited. Very looking forward to seeing what happens in that journey. I'm ready to go whenever you're ready to go. Okay, yeah, let's do it tomorrow. Let me write down your address. Where do you want me to go? Okay. Have I ever been to where? Oh, it's I haven't been to Okay, yeah, very cool. Awesome. You can either way. You can text it to. I'll write it down here. I got a pen right here. I'm ready. Okay. Okay. Oh, here. Let me turn that off. That is loud. Okay. Okay. Commerce. Okay. And 90040. Okay. What time would you like me to come in? Okay. Let's say, is 11 o'clock good for now or 10 o'clock good for now? Okay. Awesome. Okay. Sorry. 11. Okay, perfect. Elliot, I'm really looking forward to it. All right. Talk to you soon. See you tomorrow. 11. Okay, here, hold on. Stay on the phone. Let me look. One second. But that's great that he wants to get started already. Not necessarily. I don't think that's for sure the case. So I can let me type in the address. 60.
That's for boxes.
Right, but it could be that I work remote, you know.
It could be, but it would be best if you had an office, not very close connection.
Alright, let's see. If I take an Uber pool, it is $10. Oh, that's it. What a great. Yeah, I'll leave like around 9. Yeah, I do. Is it possible to get a little Uber allowance for that trip and I'll get you back? It might be more expensive during the day, so I would say 30, but I'll get you back as soon as I get this job. Okay. Friends and family, so it's free. Okay. I do, but it'd be a pretty big hit right now. A hit that I would prefer not to take at this moment.
Well, you got to take it that we want.
I know, but so this way, but at least once we agree, then I know what I have, and then I can go for it. But then I don't have. I prefer you offer to do it or go to jobs, you know, in like applying to places. This is me actually getting a job.
Okay, $30 won't take you there, deck and all that.
Yeah, and then I got enough to hold me over until and you know, so I'm good for that. That's all I need. Okay, appreciate it. Okay, love you. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Of course. Okay, bye. Okay, there we go. Still sounds very faint. I can't even hear you at all.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I sound a lot louder.
You hear me now?
I hear you, but there's just something. I just know we've had better connection in the past. Go to here, look at your top left for Skype, go to preferences, and then audio and video. And make sure the microphone that's selected is the external microphone.
Where are you doing it again?
If it's an Apple, like on the top, or even Windows, when you click the program, just go to Skype and then preferences. Or audio and video settings, which is under Skype as well. You see it?
You.
Yes, there we go. There we go. What a difference. Can I get another mic check? Can I get... Yeah, perfect. It's a little loud now, but better than before.
It's a little loud?
It's okay.
Is it too loud now?
Yeah, just a tad. Just a tad. You can lower the volume. Keep going. Just count down.
Yo, yo, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, it's a little loud, but it's okay. Better loud than not loud at all.
Hold on, how about that? Better?
It's good. It's good. We'll just say it's good. It could be lowered a little. Could be lowered a little.
Alright, so is that better?
Yeah, I like it. I think it's gonna sound perfect. Okay. Great. I left my glasses somewhere. It's okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I forgot to hit the record. Okay. Starting. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's the Win Daily DFS podcast. I'm your host, Muntradamus. We'll be joined by Jason Mezarahi tonight. First, a drip drop update. There is no weather to be concerned about Monday's slate. So with that, let's just get straight into the action. Let me welcome our guest, Jason Mezarahi.
Jeremy, how you doing on this Mother's Day evening?
Doing well. Glad you can have you on the show. Jason has won the big prize, not once, but twice, of over 6 figures. He's going to bring his knowledge to the slate today, and we're going to dominate. Are you ready, Jason?
Let's do it, bro.
Let's do it. With whipping around the infield, we're going to start the first game in Philadelphia. We got the ace, Aaron Nola, going up against the Brewers. It looks like Freddie Peralta is on the mound. Jason, first question I'm going to ask you. Freddie Peralta, he can get rocked sometimes. Is this an appearance where he could get rocked?
Jeremy, you found up there, man. I don't know if it's your connection or my connection, but I couldn't really hear you there.
Oh, okay.
At all.
I'll just start with the whipping around the infield. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's whipping around the infield. First game we're going to go to is in Philadelphia. We got the ace on Aaron Nola facing the Milwaukee Brewers. Freddie Peralta's on the mound. Jason, first question I got to ask you. Freddie Peralta, he is prone to getting blown up. Is this an appearance where he will get blown up?
He's in the hitter's ballpark. He's facing a lineup that hasn't been broke out yet this year. I would root for the Phillies in this one. I wouldn't be backing Freddie Peralta on this one. I don't even know if he's definitely starting. I've seen mixed reports right now on it. But if he's starting, if he's not starting, this is a game that you want to probably target bats more than you want to target any of the Brewers pitchers.
Yeah, what bats besides Bryce Harper, which is an obvious, you got the lefty-righty potential home run out of the ballpark type of matchup there. What other matchup has you excited against Freddie Peralta?
I think you could go with the Phillies in this. They're not my top stack of the night, but I wouldn't be cherry picking anybody really out of this lineup. But I would definitely consider them for a stack. It would be the top 5 in the lineup. From McCutcheon down to Real Muto, I think are the best options, for your stack. You can maybe slide Caesar or Duval or Franco down at the bottom, but they've been kind of cold lately. This whole team's been kind of cold, but the way this game's going to be played out, it's going to be an offensive game. So I wouldn't mind stacking, but it wouldn't be my top stack tonight at all.
Yeah, I'm with you. The offense has been cold, but they are finally returning home. They got their ace on the mound. Let's talk about Aaron Nola. He has shown us the best of Aaron Nola, and he's shown us the worst of Aaron Nola. Against Milwaukee, is he someone that you're going to consider?
No, he's not in my player pool right now. Pitching is light today, but I'm not going to attack this Milwaukee lineup. I probably wouldn't attack him with the best pitcher in the majors because the Brewers are just, they're pesky, they have power, it's in the pitcher's park, they have too many bats in that lineup, too many lefties in that lineup. So I'm going to stay away from Nola, I'm going to stay away from this game, for the most part, outside of picking a couple bats here and there. But I think there's better games to target. I'm not saying to cross it off, but it's not a game that I'm going to be targeting pitchers from for sure. And I might cherry pick a couple, batters, maybe Yelich, maybe Harper, maybe, do a couple sacks. But they wouldn't be my top choice, just due to the matchup with Nola. And against the Brewers, I wouldn't be going to attack Nola as well. So it's a tough game to predict right now, but I think there's better games on the slate to really put your money behind. So I'm going to stay away from this one.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, yes, there is potential in that Milwaukee lineup. What goes up must come down. Well, the opposite is true for a guy like Travis Shaw, who has really been struggling this year, hitting around 200, yet to show the power stroke. A guy like him who will go for, next to nothing on your FanDuel roster, currently $2,200. There's some upside in that guy. Are you potentially going him if you're not going with Nola on some teams?
If he's the last spot in the lineup and I can't find anybody else, I will take a shot due to the price of power. We know it's hot one now. You're really looking for power when you're searching for those last spots in the lineup. So I can see it, but hopefully I won't have to go that deep on lineup. Just go with him.
Okay, I like that analysis. Let's keep it going. We're going to be in Detroit. We got the hot lefty and Matt Boyd, who's been lights out this year. Brad Peacock for Houston. Let's first talk about Boyd. He's been great. He's facing a Astros lineup that is absolutely crushing the ball. No more Altuve. Is Boyd a guy you're going to consider?
No, I'm going to stay away again. Just like the Milwaukee lineup. This Houston line has put up a ton of runs. Springer and Bregman at the top of the order. They just hit 2 home runs today. There's no chance I'm going to go with Boyd. I know he's been good, but I'm not taking a risk. Definitely not in cash. I can see people playing in the GPPs, but I'd rather play with a guy like Barrios versus the Angels than Boyd versus Astros. So I'm going to stay away. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not about to test that Astros lineup, especially after they scored 15 runs on Mother's Day. Let's talk about Brad Peacock. He's shown some good sides of him. He showed some bad sides of him. On paper, this doesn't look like a horrible matchup. Detroit's pitcher's ballpark. Peacock's coming off of a 67-point game where he had 12 strikeouts on FanDuel. What about Peacock?
Peacock's interesting. Any team, any pitcher going against the Tigers right now, I think you gotta really, contemplate and think about, what's the risk, what's the reward here. I can see myself playing, a couple shares, especially on DraftKings if it's a two pitcher breakdown. You can slot them in. On FanDuel, not so much. I'd rather take a chance with the upside of Barrios. You'll get the win most likely with Peacock, but Boyd's a tough matchup. I can see him, maybe shutting down and be a tight game in the first 5-6 innings, and Peacock doesn't make it through. But I see where you're going here. He's had some good games. He flashes some upside. The Tigers are, for the most part, a terrible on it. They really haven't scored too many runs. It's a pitcher's park, so I can see the play. I don't see the upside so much outside of the matchup. So I'll probably resort to somebody that has a little bit more upside, but I think it's a pretty safe play given the pitchers that we have on today's slate. So I'd rather play than 50% of the rest of the pitchers out there right now. And I'm seeing on today's slate, but he's not my top target either.
Yeah, he's a little pricey, but he definitely can perform that price tag. Let's talk about the next pitcher you like. We're going to Minnesota, where we got Jose Barrios and Cream on the mound against Tyler Skaggs, the lefty. Twins bats, they've shown some nice power pop over this weekend, a little shutdown on Sunday. Are the bats for Minnesota going to come alive against Skaggs?
Minnesota, they let a couple people down today. I was one of them. I was expecting them to have a better game. They kind of break out when you don't think they're going to break out, and they kind of let you down because they're still not the strongest lineup in the league either. Facing a lefty, you lose some of the power from Rosario and Kepler. I think they're a little bit, weaker from the left side. Plus, Nelson Cruz, might be out tomorrow's game as well. I don't see him projecting the lineup right now. So I would not go with Skaggs. I wouldn't attack Skaggs either. He's shown that he can mow down a couple batters for a lineup, so I'm leaning more towards playing Berrios. This Angels lineup doesn't scare me at all. Outside of Trout, I think Berrios is the safest cash game play on the day, just due to the strikeout upside. If you get past Trout, Otani hasn't shown much. Stella, Calhoun, a couple lefties there you got to worry about. But outside of that, it's not a lineup that scares me. Berrios is probably going to be my cash game pitcher, just from the upside of getting those A's, and he should be a favorite tomorrow. So that's where I'm leaning on pitchers. Skaggs, like I said, not someone I typically play in FanDuel or DraftKings, unless the price tag goes really low or the matchup's really great. And I don't really see that, on either side. He's kind of cheap, but I don't think he's worth it in this matchup versus the Twins, because they still been putting a hurting on a lot of different pitchers so far this year.
Yeah, that's excellent analysis on the Angels, because that's really what it comes down to. You just have to get around Trout. Once you get around Trout, it's basically all these C+, B- hitters at best. I'm going to ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10 to rate these two players, 10 being that they're going to be a beast, Jonathan Scope against Skaggs, and also the ex-Angel CJ Cron against Skaggs.
I see somebody getting the Skaggs here. He usually gets in some trouble. I would give Cron probably a 6 or 7, and closer to the top of the lineup. Scope had a day off today. I was thinking about rostering him today. He had a day off. So, I would give, Scope a filler position, a 4 or 5. If the Twins go off, he can have a good day. But that's someone I'm going to attack and really look to go grab on my lineup. Cron will be a good filler piece, a good one-off. If you're playing a stack and you want to stack these Twins against Skaggs, you want Cron in your lineup. You probably want Polanco and Rosario, maybe even Garbage at the top of the lineup as well. I can see you stacking just in case Skaggs has one of those ball games, which he typically has, every couple games he starts walking people. But to answer your question again, I would say I'd give Cron probably a 6 or 7, and Scope a solid 5 at this point.
Okay, I was with you. I was looking forward to that Scope matchup against the lefty, but for some reason, it was Sunday off day. But now let's stay in the American League Central. We're in Chicago now. We got the hard-throwing Reynaldo Lopez against the believer himself, Shane Bieber. Now, are you a believer in Bieber for Monday?
He's been good. He's been, consistent. He shows the upside pretty much every time he goes out there. He has a nice little K percentage, nice K rate. I think he's probably one of the safer plays up there with Berrios. The White Sox, he just dropped 32 on him today in the last matchup. He is facing him, in back-to-back weeks, which is kind of scary. He's facing him in a better time. So I still give Berrios the nod. But Bieber is definitely in contention. There's 3 pitchers that I'm looking at that I'm going to have to decide on in tomorrow's slate. It would be Bieber, Berrios, and Robbie Ray. Guys who have the strikeout upside. Not facing, a soft lineup, even though the White Sox, from time to time break out. The White Sox park is a hitter's park. So I would games, I would still lean Berrios over Bieber. But I think Bieber's a good 1A or 1B to Berrios. What do you think about this game? How do you think this game plays out?
Yeah, I'm with you. Bieber should throw a nice game. The White Sox bats aren't on fire. Well, I'm using air quotes for that. They're not on fire. Tim Anderson's playing out of his mind. Let's talk about the Cleveland bats right now. Reynaldo Lopez, there's times where he gets wild. He walks batters. Jose Ramirez, Jake Bauer, Carlos Gonzalez. These guys are in the middle of the lineup. Are you targeting guys to have runners on base when they come up to bat?
I really want to target them. They're gonna break out. It's a great matchup for them. There's not too many games on the slate. There's not a clear-cut, stackable team right now that I'm seeing. Looking at the overall slate, it's a short slate. I like to pick a couple of these Indians. Reynaldo Lopez, he gives up a bunch of hits. A lot of guys on base. I know the Indians haven't broken out yet. They don't really have too much power. Ramirez hasn't shown so far this season. The Decor is working his way back. A guy like Santana, would be a guy who definitely play in the stack and definitely play as a one-off. I think he's going to have some power potential. Easily see him hitting a home run tomorrow. So I'm going to pull a home run. I like the Indians for a possible breakout. They would be one of the top stacks tomorrow. I think no team is going to be heavily owned tomorrow as well because there's no Coors game. The Yankees aren't playing. Outside of the Astros in a not so great matchup, it's going to be a tough team to pick. So I think exposure and ownership is going to be spread out between pretty much every game. But the Indians are going to be someone I'm going to be targeting tomorrow. Whether I have a full stack or maybe just cherry pick a couple players on there, I would definitely look to target some of these Indians.
Yeah, I'm with you. Someone like Carlos Gonzalez who hits behind Carlos Santana, that gets me excited as well. Maybe that 1-2 punch with Jose Ramirez, the number 3 hitter, that becomes a 1-2-3 punch you almost can't pass up on.
Yeah, it's cheap too. It's on your breaking the bank to get these guys in your lineup. So there's some good value in Cleveland. At the same time, there's a good chance they can break out. Gonzalez at 2,500. He's probably one of the best values on the slate that I'm seeing right now. And even guys like Lindor is 3,600. Ramirez is not expensive as well. So you can definitely stack this team up. Still grab a good pitcher. So I think your value in the stack is probably the Indians is probably value stack right now. So you can value out 3 or 4 Indians, pick a great pitcher, and I think you can play them to cash as a little mini stack with Ramirez, Santana, Gonzalez, and Lindor. I think it's a good play. And getting this at the same time, I know he hasn't shown much this year so far, but he's another guy who's crazy cheap. He's going to be batting at the top of the lineup versus one of the worst pitchers. And hitter's park, and he's $2,500. So you can't ask for much more when building out your team. You have your value, you have your bad pitcher, you have the hitter's park. Ownership's going to be depressed on the Indians. They haven't been doing that. So I'm going to be attacking the Indians tomorrow. Hopefully they break out. If not, at least I'll put my money behind a stack that didn't cost me too much. I hope I can make up for it in other spots.
I love the analysis. I'm with you right there. That Cleveland team looks juicy. And Kipnis has been stealing some bags lately. But let's go to the other pitcher you were talking about. Robbie Ray and the Diamondbacks against Nick the King in Pittsburgh. The game's in Arizona, the Pittsburgh Pirates. So Robbie Ray is one of your guys. Thinking out loud, Josh Bell's been hot. Polanco, well, you got that lefty-on-lefty showdown right there. Marte's been cold. Robbie Ray does sound good. He does sound appealing. Let's look at the other side, though. What about the Diamondback bats? Who do you see giving Robbie Ray that run support?
So far this year, I've been fading Robbie Ray. I've been fading the D-backs for the most part. I don't really like Robbie Ray's game. I know he has a strikeout, but he always gets in trouble. He's been doing pretty well this year. He's got a couple games where he kind of broke out. But I'm going to try my best to motivate him as much as possible. The Pittsburgh Pirates have been good. I'll definitely have my shares tomorrow. I'm going to play a couple, Ray lineups because he put up 50 against Tampa Bay, and he put up 41 in Colorado. This Pittsburgh team, even though they've been doing well, they stack up better against a lefty because Polanco, might be out of the lineup. Frazier at the top of the lineup is a lefty as well. So Ray's in a really good spot here. For the most part, Arizona's been, somewhat suppressed now with the humidor. So it's not like it's the same ballpark it was a couple years ago. So I can definitely pitch Robbie Ray. And if you're going to pitch Robbie Ray, you want them to be doing well on the hitting. So I can definitely see myself playing Dyson for cheap. At the top of the line, hopefully steal some bases, gets on base. You got Escobar, Peralta, Andrew Jones got a home run today. So I would say, close to the top. I can see you going down to the wall. Anyone in the top 6 makes sense to me. The D-backs are going to be somewhat a popular stack, I feel like, tomorrow. They're in probably one of the best matchups on the board. They have some pop. They're due to break out. They're at home. So, I think a lot of people will be on these D-backs. Tyson is cheap, like I said. You got Peralta with the power. So I see it as a good stack. I think, as far as stacks go, Cleveland's going to be a little bit under-owned. The D-backs are going to be a little bit over-owned. And then you go back to Houston. They're the interesting play because they're probably the best hitting team on the slate, but they're versus one of the top pitchers on the slate. So I can definitely see the D-backs coming into play from the top 4, top 5 guys in that lineup.
Yeah, Jared Dyson's been on fire. He stole a couple bases, not once this past week, but twice. I'm with you. Arizona bats can definitely table set. Lots of doubles, lots of RBIs, lots of runs. And if you pick that right guy that hits a home run in that game, you're going to be looking really pretty in the standings with that Cleveland stack.
So what's your call on Robbie Ray? How do you feel about Robbie Ray, in general versus Pittsburgh lineup?
Oh, Ray is in a great position, like you said. Bats are not really favorable in this matchup. Peacock looks good. Bieber, Barrios, we're in the same ballpark with the top 4 pitchers. Right now, I feel like you got to just mix the Cleveland stack with those 4 pitchers and see how the rest of everything comes down. But before we do that, let's go to Seattle. We got Kiki, it's really Kikuchi, on the mound against Fears. We got 2 pitchers. They've shown us some good. Fears is coming off of a perfect game, I believe, or was it a no-hitter against Seattle? Good enough. Seattle bats, they were cold in Boston. Do they come back to life at home?
I'm probably going to stay away. Even though Fires has been prone to give up home runs, he's been better this year so far. I stacked against him a couple of times so far this year, and it hasn't really worked out. Like you said, Seattle's coming off some cold games. You're returning back to Seattle. It's not a great place to hit to begin with. They're coming off a cold series. Fires is still prone to having bad games. He had a bad game in Boston, a bad game in Toronto. So I wouldn't mind picking up a couple bats here. Vogelbach, who has a platoon. Garrett, you can grab Jay Bruce for cheap. I want the power bats I'm going to go after Fires because he's probably going to let up a couple home runs if he's having a bad game. Usually coming off a no-hitter as well. He's probably burnt out, coming off the high. So I can see a good mini set maybe Encarnacion, Vogelbach, and Jay Bruce for cheap on the bottom half. And you want your power bats. He's a fly-ball pitcher, so you got to attack him with the power. Those would be the 3 guys I'd be looking at. Now we're looking at a full stack. I can see it paying off too tomorrow. Like I said, there's no clear cut, stack that I'm going to attack. So I'm probably going to make a couple lineups tomorrow. I can definitely see myself having 2 or 3 of these Mariners in my lineup as a mini stack.
Yeah, I like the analysis with the fly ball pitcher and those guys. A Mariner that is probably not going to be rostered anywhere, especially because the game's going to start after the 7 p.m. lock time, Eastern time. But someone like D. Gordon, who you can switch out later on, if D gets the start there and he's batting leadoff, there's some good potential for some stolen bases in that matchup as well as some runs.
Yeah, I played him in the game. He got hurt. He kind of burned me. He got on base 2 times, and then he got hit by that pitch. So if he hasn't played the last couple of days, so if he's back up and he's at the top of the lineup, he's going to be cheap. I'll definitely consider him if he's at the top of the lineup and if he's obviously in the lineup. He hasn't played yet, but he's 2,800. If he's batting in the 1 hole, I like the call a lot actually, and you see him there on base. I think it also strengthens the lineup in general with D in there starting off their at-bats. I think that would give them a plus, as far as the stack goes too. So that might push me a little bit over the edge to stack up these Mariners. I think some people will be afraid to stack a team who just faced a guy who pitched no hitter, so it might be a little bit unknowns too. So I like to play, especially if D. Gordon's back in the lineup. Yeah,
and even if D is not in the lineup, the Indians game starts at 8:10 Eastern. And you mentioned Jason Kipnis. He's 2,500. I'm with you. Kipnis might even be the better play, but D. Gordon's going to be owned in less than 4% of leagues, even if he does start.
Yeah, I think between the 2 of them, second base traditionally, second base and shortstop. Shortstop not so much because you have guys like Correa and Story nowadays. But those are the spots you want to kind of find a cheap guy so you can spend up and out spots on the corner of the infield. So, second base, I'm going to end up either with Kipnis or possibly Gordon if he's at the top of the lineup. Now, I don't want to spend up in that position. There's not so many people to spend up in that position regardless. Tomorrow you got maybe Villar at 3,500, but he's not even going to be in the main slate. So you're going to end up going cheap regardless. So, but Kipnis and Gordon are going to be the clear-cut favorites tomorrow. So you're going to end up picking between the two of them, but they're going to be heavily owned too. So, on a normal slate, I would always say, for the most part, go cheap on your second basemen and your shortstops when guys like Story and Correa aren't in the lineup. But tomorrow, there's going to be a lot of ownership on Kipnis. So I think if I had to say it right now, with Kipnis locking early, he's probably going to be 30-40% owned. So I really love this Gordon play if he's starting and obviously batting first.
Yeah. I was just thinking back because you were mentioning finding that low price second baseman that makes a difference. I was thinking back to one of the times I qualified and I had Mark Ellis as my second baseman when he was with the Dodgers. I thought my night was over, and I look because they're playing the last game of the night. He ends up hitting 2 home runs that game. He's 2,100. I end up winning the qualifier. So you're right. If you can find that second baseman that doesn't cost a lot but gives you top-tier value, you're on your way to winning some big money. Speaking of big money, let's just jump straight into Beast or Bust. The rapid fire, would you start this guy in daily fantasy baseball for the slate? Jason, are you ready?
Let's go, man.
All right, I'm going to go right away with the most expensive player, maybe the front runner for MVP, Christian Yelich against Aaron Nola and the Phillies.
I like the play. I think he's going to beat his out tomorrow. You got the platoon. You got a hitter's park. What's interesting to me tomorrow is what's his ownership going to be. If I think he's going to be low owned, I'm gonna attack Yelich in the spot. He's due to hit a home run. Nola doesn't scare me much. It's a hitter's park. Now I'm going to go beast on Yelich for sure.
Ooh, I like the call, especially predicting that low ownership percentage because that is most likely the case. And you're right, he is capable of doing it, but I probably will not spend up for him on my main team, so I'm going to go ahead and say bust. Next up, he's a shortstop. He's for the Los Angeles Angels. Andrelton Simmons, batting cleanup, $3,300 against Barrios. Beast or bust?
Righty matchup. Barrios is a beast himself, so I'm going to stay away from Simmons.
Yeah, I'm with you. That price tag is high. He is someone, though, that will be owned very, very low, but that's probably for good reason at the end of the day more than anything. Next up, he's a third baseman. He's for the Pittsburgh Pirates. If you're trying to save some money, he's batting cleanup. Jung Ho Kang against Robbie Ray. Beast or bust?
Go bust again. Kang's been cold. Ray's still, a great pitcher, so I'm going to stay away. I'm going to give Kang the bust call.
Yeah, I'm going to go bust as well, especially when Jose Ramirez is on the slate against a guy who's very prone and vulnerable to making mistakes. Pay up and get the number 1 pick in fantasy baseball, number 2 pick behind Trout and Jose Ramirez. Next up, we got ourselves an outfielder. He bats leadoff for the Phillies. Andrew McCutchen, only $3,600 against likely Freddie Peralta.
I'm going to go 50-50. He's not going to be in my lineup for the most part unless I decide late to stack the Phillies. So I'm going to go bust on him since he's not going to be in my lineup. But I can see him having a good game. Phillies are due to break out. They're coming back home. But I'm going to go bust on him.
You can go with the Mark Parquette answer here and say a lukewarm beast. But I like McCutchen in this game. I feel he's going to get on base. He's really the table setter, him and Segura. But anytime McCutchen gets on base, that should equal an automatic run. Next up, he is maybe the number 1 player in fantasy baseball this past week. The outfielder for the Houston Astros at $4,600. George Springer at Matthew Boyd.
I'm going to go beast on Springer, man. The guy's been, the hottest guy in the league right now. I think he's leading the league in home runs. He's a table setter. He's on the away team. He'll get his extra bats. Boyd does not scare me. I know he's been better lately. But Springer's just been too hot. He's gonna, he's good as a one-off, and if you're playing a stack, you gotta play him. Don't even think twice about it. So let's go beast on Springer.
Okay, I like the call. He's probably going to be low owned just because of the pitcher matchup. He definitely can do it, but I probably will not pay up for him unless I'm doing some sort of Houston-specific stack. Let's give you one more right now. We're going to go with the third baseman for the Arizona Diamondbacks. I know we got Jose Ramirez locked into the main one, but what about Eduardo Escobar at $3,700 versus King?
I think you're picking all the guys in good matchups now at this point. Yeah, Escobar is going to be a beast tomorrow. He's going to be batting 2-0. He's probably got the best matchup on the board with Kingham. Kingham hasn't lasted long. He's probably going to be, they're going to be into that bullpen. Escobar's a switch hitter, so he's, he can hit everybody that's coming out of the pen for the Pirates. So I really like these Diamondbacks tomorrow. I still think they're going to be slightly underowned. That top line with Dyson, Escobar, Peralta are going to be, in some of my lineups. So I'm going to go beast on Escobar.
Yeah, I'm going to go beast as well. The tricky part is fitting them all together in the same lineup, him and Jose Ramirez. You really got to pick the right Diamondback hitter because they're going to score runs, and you got to make sure that it doesn't clash with the Cleveland Indians lineup. Well, that is all the time we have today. I am Muncherdamus. We are joined by Jason Mezarahi. Jason, thank you so much for being on the program tonight.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for having you. It was a fun Sunday. Mother's Day was around, Games of Thrones, Kawhi Leonard, 2 Game 7, so it was a fun-filled Sunday for me. Tomorrow's a new day. MLB is going to be a shorter slate tomorrow, so pick and choose where to be different. That's going to be my suggestion. That's going to be my